fresh in the Burberry suits. Dark cherry loafers, on God, they the truth. Like when I'm spitting in the booth, I was destroying our youth. Rappers with Dracos, purses and tight clothes, rocking purple blouses, covered in pink flowers. We buying the ounces and not trying to buy houses. Buy some buildings, provide clinical counseling. Add to their faith so they can move mountains. And help my brother Ron drink water from a fountain. And trust God and stop all the doubting. Change ourselves, then change our surroundings. The body count in Cleveland is astounding. Burying all our future leaders and accountants, so when I see you, I can't get caught up when I see you. When I see you, yeah. Can't get caught up when I see you. Can't get caught up when I see you. When I see you, she might like me if I start being shiesty and start moving diesel and promoting the evils, and stop living peaceful and start living illegal, and stop being cool and become a weasel. Toss out my ethics, start being deceitful, but I can't, cause the right in me is for all people, to help them get clean and up off of them needles, and help them soar high and stay fly like an eagle. Give them hope, not to trust in a horoscope. Shift the paradigm and make them mentally dope, and have crazy vision, compound microscope. Never again to be a forlorn hope. Dead broken people's practical jokes, but the wrong that you invoke may cost you a stroke. While you eating all the choke, you can fall on a choke, knocked out in your dashiki when you thought you was woke. When I see you, I can't get caught up when I see you. When I see you,
all right here on KAZ Radio. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Today, we got the spotlight on my main man, none other than Michael Weatherspoon. How you doing, my friend?
I'm well. How are you?
Man, I'm
good to see you.
Good to see you. Man, that song, ladies and gentlemen,
okay,
is by none other than Michael Weatherspoon right here on KAZ Radio.
Praise God. God is faithful. He's
that's
faithful.
Hot,
Thank you so much. He's faithful.
Yes,
He's
sir.
faithful.
So Michael.
Yes, sir.
Now the way we do the spotlight on KAZ,
okay,
is I want to know.
Yes, sir.
And my audience wants to know.
Yes, sir.
How did Jesus Christ come into your life?
Oh, wow. Jesus came into my life. In 2004, I just knew at that particular time in my life that I wanted to change. I was on East 79th Street and hustling, selling drugs, and something in me wanted to change. I couldn't quite figure out exactly what it was. And I'll never forget, it was May 2004. I was standing on the corner shooting dice, and there were two young ladies who asked me or invited me to come to the Church of the Lion of Judah. And I came. Later that night I came. It was a Saturday night. I believe there was a faith conference that night. I came. There was a lady named Bishop Roberta Thomas who was teaching. I heard the word. It was offering time. I had nothing to give. And I remember asking God in my heart, what is it that you want me to give? And he just told me the shirt off my back. So I went up and I gave the T-shirt that was off my back.
Wow.
To God. That was all I had. I gave him my all. And consequently that night, I just remember her laying hands on me, the church screaming and shouting. And at that particular time, I didn't know exactly what that meant. I didn't understand the significance of it. And consequently, that same night, I'll never forget, I went home. I went and got my boy first from a house party.
Okay.
We sat on the porch. You know, we had some Miles and brew, and I was telling him what happened at church that night. And when I was articulating that to him, we were out till about 3 a.m. Then I went home, went to sleep, and I had a dream. And in this dream, I was walking down 85th and Superior, and everything around me was on fire. So with everything around me on fire, I was like, wow, God, I got to go home. And there were 3 guys that I know personally standing in front of a building, and I asked them to come with me. I said, hey, man, everything on fire. We got to go home. And they said, no, Mike, we cool. You stay where you are. You go. We all right. So I started walking down Superior, and then a flood of water came off 84th Street. And I just remember waking up Sunday morning. I knew God was speaking to me. Wow. I knew that he was trying to tell me something. I just did not know at the time exactly what he was trying to communicate. And I went to church that Sunday morning, met Bishop Romy Coles, and after service, I asked if I could tell him the dream. So he was like, sure, and there was a bunch of clergy around him as well. And I tell him the dream, and they all looked at each other, and one lady named Evangelist Melanie Wright at the time, she was like, look, I have chill bumps.
Wow.
She's like, this the young man that took his shirt off last night? And I tell him the dream, and he said, you want to know what that means? I said, yes, sir. He said, well, the hell was the fire that you were going through in the world. And you were walking through the fire, meaning you were making your way back home to God. And the water, the flood of water that you're seeing represents the word, and the word is coming to wash you clean.
Wow.
So no matter what you do from this day forth, you keep coming to church, no matter what, and watch your life change, and God is going to prosper your life. And here I am today at KAZ Radio.tv.
Come on now. Connect the dots for our audience.
Okay.
I'm going to play that. I love that music. I'm going to play that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
In the background, tell our audience, connect the dots for us from being saved to becoming a deacon elect to writing this music that you wrote. Tell us about that. How did that come? How did that come about?
Yeah, after my initial, I never formally joined the Church of Lion of Judah. I was just happy God saved my life, and I commenced to coming to church on a daily basis. Whenever the church doors were open, I was there. I was there, and I was doing the work, and I was taking time out with God at home.
Okay.
That is immensely important in establishing a relationship with God, is studying your word. I mean, we can come to church and have prep rallies all we want, but if we don't condition our souls to live by the word of God, we'll fail every time. And I just began to study the word. The more I studied the word, the more I developed my relationship with God. I remember in 2006, I never asked for a title. I just remember being shot. Can I share that story?
Sure. Please.
2006, June 19th, a friend of mine, I was walking him home from church on Monday night, and we were walking across 74th and Superior. And when we commenced to cross the street, a young guy, he pulled up on me, and he was robbing. He asked me for my money. He pulled out a pistol. I didn't feel like tussling the fight, and I gave him my money. And he shot me anyway. He shot me twice in the stomach and shot my friend 4 times. And as you can see, I'm here, and my friend, he lived as well. And after that was the birth of the music. God began to give me dreams, thoughts. I was studying the word, and I started writing music in 2007. Yeah, after 2007, writing this music, I've recorded approximately 30 songs from 2007 to 2013. In addition to serving as a deacon elect at the church and teaching, and it just began to happen suddenly. So those are those dots.
Wow, and so that experience, that close to death experience, sort of renewed or stirred up a gift in you for music, and the music is very, very nice.
Thank you.
I got it playing in the background right now for our audience that's tuned in. They can listen to it.
Okay.
So what is your ambitions? What is your goal with this music? Where do you plan on taking it in the next few years?
I want to take it as far as it can go. I mean, I want to get it out to the world. I have a strong propensity to get it out to the world because I have a message to convey. And not necessarily a if you don't live for Jesus, if you're going to die message, but a message of hope. Although Jesus is Lord, and I truly believe that, but I call my music love music. Love music because that's what I'm trying to articulate to everybody and let them know that they're not just abject failures, and tears of despondency and deep feelings of antipathy can be wiped away through Jesus Christ and His Word. And He put His word above His name, and I want to get it out to the world.
So getting it out to the world means some concerts, some
yes, sir,
some shows.
Absolutely,
maybe
we walk. Yes, sir, absolutely, we walk by faith, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's some
happen.
Collaborations that you can do.
Okay.
You can open up for different artists around town, and that will definitely get you noticed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've had the pleasure of having many artists on KAZ. One in particular I think of is Young Izzy.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I grew up with his mom.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Alicia Miranda.
Okay.
Went to grade school together.
Wow, really? And he's really putting some things together. Him and his guys have done something at the Wolstein Center.
Okay,
So
okay.
there's a lot of talent right here in Cleveland. All you got to do is just become a part of that, I guess, huh?
Right, yep, that's it.
So Michael.
Okay.
As we get ready to wind this thing down a little bit.
Okay.
Tell our audience what is most important in walking in one's destiny. How can someone reach a point like you where you say, you know what, I'm going to start walking in my destiny? Because a lot of people that are just really, a little confused, a little bewildered about God right now. They don't know if God has a plan for them. And you've been through a lot, but you've never let go of what God has given you, because you've even gone on to get a degree and working on a master's. So tell our audience about how they can, know that there's a God, for one,
Okay.
and not to give up on their dreams.
Okay. Well, I would say firstly, you can look around you, and even if you don't believe there's a God, there's something that's keeping you breathing right now. In addition to that is humility. First, you have to have a willingness to want to know, not a willingness to want to know what somebody articulated to you on YouTube, or somebody who don't believe in God and they're telling you that the Son is God. You have to have a willingness to truly want to know who God is for you and what your purpose is. And once that willingness is at its apex, you go and you humble yourself and you ask God to send you somewhere, send you to a word teaching church, and he will give you the desires of your heart if you delight yourself in him. He truly will. He looks at the intent of the heart. So I would say really, all in all, to keep your heart clear. Keep your heart clear. Humble yourself. Be sincere in your prayers, and he will lead and guide you to all truth. And once he leads you to that truth, accept it, humble yourself, and always be willing to learn. And one motto that I live by is, the learners will always exceed the learned.
Wow. Say that again.
Yeah, the learners will always exceed the learned. Because those who have this notion that they are so learned, they have a proclivity that you cannot tell them anything else. And I live by that. And every day I'm a learner. And I have a strong proclivity not to marginalize anybody. I learn from everything and everybody every day.
Amen. Amen. Well,
Amen,
that is a powerful lesson. Is that you always need to be a learner.
Yes, absolutely.
Always be taught. I think
always
the Bible
be taught.
Even tells you that, as you say, a proclivity to want to learn.
Yes.
Well, my friend, again, I want to
you.
thank you for just coming out here
Thank you so much.
KAZ Radio and sharing your music. Matter of fact, I'm going to play that out. I love that
Thank
song.
you.
I got to get some more
Thank
of your
you so
music,
much.
man.
I appreciate it.
I got to get some more get some more of your music on KAZ, because it's truly been blessing me. Caught Up right here.
Yeah, caught up.
With Michael Weatherspoon.
Thank you.
On
Thank
KAZ Radio. Enjoy, audience, and we will see you next time. God bless.
God bless.
Toss out my ethics, start being deceitful, but I can't, cause the right in me is for all people, to help them get clean and up off of them needles, and help them soar high and stay fly like an eagle. Give them hope, not to trust in a horoscope, shift their paradigm and make them mentally dope, and have crazy vision, compound microscope, never again to be a forlorn hope, dead broken people's practical jokes, but the wrong that you invoke.